Good afternoon. Can you hear us?
Sir.
Yeah. Priyanka, can you just introduce yourself?
Sir, good evening, everyone, sir. My name is Aitha Priyanka. Presently, I'm working as a grade 1 supervisor in ISDS project. I myself disciplined, confident, perseverant, and sometimes I'm little fussy about the smallest to the smallest details.
Okay. Priyanka, what is your role as supervisor of ICDS project? What do you do?
Sir, main role is the nutritional supply chain management, which I have to collate all the indents for the beneficiaries within my cluster. It's the initial primary role I have to play. And rather than the primary role, it's more about the awareness programs and monitoring of the Anganwadi workers and strengthening them, playing a role of a supportive supervisor who have Anganwadi workers at the grassroots level has less awareness regarding the changes that we get into the department. I play a supportive role for them, and I even see to it that everyone has to be aware of all the changes. And I personally go and check each Anganwadi center as it is my job role, and I even concentrate more on the people who are aged, unable to cope up with the services, which is the digital one and all. Mainly, it revolves around indent management, monitoring, supportive supervisor, and mostly it is a grassroots level SDG monitoring.
Okay. Where are you currently posted?
Now I'm posted in Gutti, Anantapur district, sir. Actually,
Okay.
I hail from Karnool. Erstwhile Karnool, now it's Nandyal. Now I'm working in Anantapur district, sir.
I see that your father is a tobacco merchant. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Um, how is the global market in the last few years? What is the trend of tobacco?
Sir, actually, it's I mean, especially in India, they have curtailed the production level. I mean, curtailed matlab, restrictions regarding the amount of produce one has to produce, and they have some certain limitations regarding the amount of nicotinide that has to be in your produce. But there are other issues like illegal farming and all. But worldwide production, it's on a high only, sir. It's not in a low position. But India, we have reservations regarding each farmer how much he can produce.
And how do you control the nicotine? You said that there is a way to control nicotine in the tobacco.
So no way we can. I mean, there is a way to control the amount of tobacco which we can keep in a cigarette or any other substance like chewing substance. The quantity we can reduce, sir. It's not about the amount of nicotine we can control.
Okay. Uh, and you have qualified the CDS exam,
Yes,
OTA.
sir. Yes, sir.
Why did you join or?
Sir, it was right after my graduation. I have given that exam without no exposure of what it really meant. But after clearing, I mean, I just went to the exam. I have gave it, but after the interview, I have realized it is a more of a desk job, which I'm not so interested. So I have no doubt in leaving it. So I have left it, sir.
Okay. So, say tomorrow you get district registrar or any of the other posts, and that is a desk job. Will you leave that also?
Sir, I would be still. I have aspirations for working in a field job. At least I would have. I have still 3 more attempts, and now whatever job I am working is a field job. So I would naturally prefer, but at that time I really can't think of that situation as of now.
Um, you have sociology and geography as your subjects.
Sociology, public administration, and geography, sir.
Um, why didn't you pursue masters? Any reason?
So actually, if I just go back to my academics, I have taken MPC, maths, physics, chemistry in my intermediate, which was heading. I mean the which is more relevant to the engineering and all. But after intermediate, I have decided no, I have to do certain. I mean, with this amount of academic graph and all, I thought myself I should give a good try regarding civil services. So I have inherently switched to the degree. After that, I thought I should not waste any more time in pursuing higher academics as it has no age barrier. Even I can pursue after my civil services preparation. So I thought I I should concentrate more on this thing as it has age limit.
So you are a topper of geography at the university level. Do you want to tell us what are the unique features of Andhra's geography?
So unique, it has a highest, I mean, second largest coastline. But having said that, it's on a east coast, which would not be I mean, more beneficial for the coast, which would not be that beneficial because of the vertical draft. Unique features, it's an I mean, uh, it's not in a good geographical rainfall area. It's an it is a rain shadow region. So especially the district covering Rayalaseema, it is a rain shadow region. So there is less potential for us to develop as a agricultural state, but we have very large scope having all the coastal districts are spread with alluvial soils, which is given, I mean, which is the result of the river alluvium bought by the east flowing rivers. And we have a great diversity of forest, dry land to the tropical evergreen. And we have a great scope of encouraging tourism along the beaches if we focus more on the ecotourism and beach tourism.
This rainfall that we are having right now, this what is it? What is causing it? Because I thought what I read in the news some months back was this year we are going to have very less rainfall because of the La Nina effect and all that. But we are actually seeing more than usual rainfall.
Sir, El Nino gives less rainfall, sir. La Nina gives more rainfall.
Okay, and this one is
This one is La Nina, but we cannot specifically pinpoint La Nina. Now, the present rains, what we are having is a cyclone effect in the Bay of Bengal, sir.
is it common for at this time of the year for these depressions to form?
Sir, actually, this is the rainy season. Actually, cyclones form when there is a high temperature. There is a high temperature difference between land and the sea. That usually happens in the summer season, late summer season. But due to this climate changes and all, there is a mismatch of 15-20 days, which is yielding high rainfall plus cyclonic rainfall at one go.
What is its effect on the economy? Andhra
Sir,
economy.
If there is two types of, I mean, two areas of disturbances we can see. First, at the first level, hard infrastructure will get will get affected, like infrastructure. With respect to the human aspect, migration, floods, if when a city is not well prepared regarding flood water drainage, excessive water absorption, wetlands, if there is an absence of all this, it can lead to distress migration, unseasonal floods, which may disturb the crops, and in turn, it may increase inflation.
Thank you, Priyanka. Kalyan.
Okay. Okay, Priyanka Garu. Uh, the present job, what you are doing, tell some few sustainable development goals which it is directly or indirectly related to.
So, directly, we deal with gender equality.
Tell
That
the
is
number. You
five.
should be able to, yeah.
So, Sustainable Development 5, gender equality, and Sustainable Development 1, no poverty. And in some way, we deal with quality education, Sustainable Development 4. But these three sustainable development goals are break down into shorter targets, which we deal with a number of children, under 5 children.
Doesn't it
Suffering.
relate to SDG to hunger?
Yes, sir.
That
That's
is
the
the first thing
main.
which I was expecting. You were telling about gender empowerment and other things. You should be first telling about SDG too.
Yes, sir. SDG 2
Uh,
is that is hunger.
that is the first thing. See, you yourself are telling about the indent management and all the things. No, you should be telling about zero hunger. No, SDG 2 is your first priority. So you
Sir,
should be starting with that SDG 2 only. Okay.
sir. Yes, sir. I was coming to that point, but
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
have missed it. It
Okay.
is directly we deal with SDG 2. We have smaller goals like that is hunger. We deal with stunting, wasting, anemia among the adolescents and pregnant and lactating. But that is
Okay.
directly related to SDG 2. And remaining on all, we have focus on line department coordination, sir.
Okay. What is the performance of Andhra Pradesh with respect to these SDG goals, madam? In the Niti Aayog ranking, we have been allotted some ranking. No, what is the
Sir,
performance of AP?
sir, we stood fourth. We stood fourth in the SDG goals.
Okay.
Uh, with sir, shall I elaborate on which goals we have performed well?
No, it's not required. What is the relative performance from year to year? Has it been increasing or is it progressing or is it declining? What do you comment about the performance?
Sir, I have really no idea how it was performed earlier, but I can say now it is in the fourth position.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What are the various governmental initiatives of, the state government of Andhra Pradesh with regard to this eradication of hunger and what especially is being done for the children and women? Name some
So,
schemes or whatever. Yeah.
for eradication of hunger, we at the grassroots level implement YSR Sampurna Poshna in a plain areas and YSR Sampurna Poshna plus in tribal areas, sir. Along with that, we also coordinate with the line departments in promoting Svecha and free iron and folic and calcium tablets to the adolescent girls. And we even coordinate with the line departments regarding immunization and sanitation and health, which is very much important in eradicating hunger and malnutrition, which in turn affects the poverty. So,
Okay, are you directly or indirectly connected with this Jagananna Goru Mudda and all these schemes, the midday
yeah,
meal which is being provided to the children?
sir, we directly do not deal with midday meals, sir, because it is in the higher education or secondary education. We only deal with the pre-primary, non-formal education at the Anganwadi level, nutrition. Sir.
Okay. Do you have any idea about this global hunger index, madam?
Yes,
Latest
sir.
global hunger index? Yeah. What is
We
the India's performance in that?
we ranked above 100. It's 103 out of 112 countries, which is even more worse than the other nations, our neighboring nations like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. So,
In which parameters of this global hunger index we are lacking? You have many parameters, no? You have any idea about that?
stunting, sir. Stunting and wasting, sir.
Stunting and wasting. Okay. Tell some mineral resources which are, unique to Kurnool district or any industries based on the mineral resources of Kurnool.
So Karnool is basically a craton from the Archean rock. So it would be mineral rich in limestone, sir.
Okay.
It would be very much beneficial for the cement factories. Apart from that, we have large reserves of barytes and silica, which would be very much helpful for the construction industry, sir.
What are the industries which are present in Kurnool district presently?
So at present, we have a steel plant, but it's dysfunctional, I think so. And we have a cement plant which is functioning, and we have a dairy industry right now.
You have a dairy industry. Okay, okay. What about any horticulture, agriculture related development of Kurnool?
So, Karnool, if given more emphasis on micro irrigation, it has the potential to develop as a horticultural hub, sir, because it is a full of black soils, alluvial soils, and loamy soils to the sander extent. But though we have enough irrigational resources like KC Canal, but their field level functionaries do not have the field level connectivity to the KC Canal, which is the hindrance to develop as a horticultural hub, sir.
Okay. What are some important, some notable tourist places or any such areas in Kurnool district?
So, with respect to religion, we find Navanandis around our district, and Yaganti, Sri Sailam, Mahanandi. There is lots of religious tourism have. We can have, and along with that, we have a speciality of Rollapadu Wildlife Sanctuary, which is the second only wildlife sanctuary after Rajasthan, and it has a great Indian bustard, which is the in the critical position, critically endangered position, sir. Apart from it, we can have Orvakallu rock caves, which is the oldest rock caves in India, where the megalithic people have lived there. They are called Ketavaram caves. Along with it, we have Belum caves, which is the river cast topography of a river, sir.
Okay. Okay. Any historical significance of Kurnool district?
Sir, it's been a capital for 3 years from 1953 to 1956. And it is also a capital, not a capital city, one of the significant place for the rurals of Vijayanagara, as Kondareddy Bridge is acted as a prison. Even while during medieval era, Vijayanagara kingdoms of Karnataka had Kurnool Fort as a base to monitor eastern invasions.
So, what is your opinion about the development of Kurnool as a judicial capital of Andhra Pradesh? Do you think it is helpful really?
Sir, firstly, judicial capital is a nice idea, but we should not let every citizen go to the highest court to get justice. It should be resolved at the district level only, sir. Apart from it, I don't have any reservations of judicial administration.
I am speaking about the general development of the Kurnool district. Since there is, apart from the development of the High Court, they are constructing one law university also there, National Judicial Academy or something. I'm not sure about all that. So all of it leads to the collateral development of the district also, no? Infrastructure wise, transport wise. I'm asking your opinion on that issue. Yeah.
In that case, a capital region will always have that developmental edge over all the districts. It gives that multiplier effect and ancillary effect or spillover effect to the remaining industries and logistics, especially. It would definitely have an edge over the other districts.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Good evening, Priyanka.
Good evening, sir.
Can you name some socio-economic problems faced by people in your district?
Sir, especially as I have already told, we have less irrigation potential or less irrigation infrastructure. Though we are blessed with the right quality of soils, which has a higher potential to be a good agricultural district, but because of this lack of irrigational infrastructure, we are lacking. That agricultural inefficiency is leading to lots of inequality. Added to that, we do not have any micro and small industries or medium level enterprises to grab the demographic dividend over there. So it had a double-edged effect in having inequalities, sir.
So, can you name some government schemes or programs which are directly improving, the socio-economic life there in your district?
So there are lots of government schemes which are currently in implementation, like Raitu Bharosa Kendralu and Pradhan Mantri Krishi Vikas Yojana, which talks about agricultural infrastructure, Jal Jeevan Mission. But all do not find the correct place in our district because uh, uh, most of the people are they don't have a tenancy right over their lands. Though there is a scheme of right to have a tenancy, but people indeed do not believe in lending lands to such a long to a tenant because of a legal hurdles. They think it may come on their way.
Okay, coming to your work profile and under your responsibilities, you have mentioned that you conduct home visits, counsel pregnant and lactating mothers and children. My question is regarding that. What is the AP government doing to improve institutional deliveries now in Andhra Pradesh?
Sir, we enroll a pregnant from third month. We are in synchronization with the health department regarding the sucrose, high sucrose injection. She has to get it done for the hemoglobin levels. And then ANM is directly in synchronization with the Anganwadi worker regarding the EDD date, expected delivery date. And we all take necessary implementation that she get delivered in the nearby PHC. And we are also in coordination with the Prajan Mantri Surakshit Matriva Yojana, which promotes institutional delivery.
Okay. See, there in the rural areas, there is Aurelians and quack doctors. Okay,
Yes,
quack
yes, sir.
doctors. So it is not purely because there is no availability of a qualified doctor, but because of things like Hastavas bond, things like that. The beliefs that the doctor is skillful. Okay. How do you, in your work, did you come across such things? And if so, how did you fight these things?
So we give enough freedom for the beneficiary to choose whether they wanted to get it delivered in the nearby PHC or any private hospital. We try to motivate to get it done in the PHC, but if in case they due to their any economic conditions or well profile, we will take care that even during the process of pregnancy or during delivery, we give our maximum efforts regarding nutrition and safe delivery practices that has to be followed in the hospital.
Okay. Did you come across child marriages in our state?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Gutti being top in the Anantapur district in stopping the child marriages. Sir.
So, how did you? Can you share an experience? How did you stop a child marriage?
Sir, actually, this is the first experience which I had got when I initially joined in the job. It's only just 2 days before the marriage. We have the pressure of stopping the marriage. We went to the place where that has to be stopped with all the police protection. We have consoled the parents, and even we have asked the boys' parents to come over there. And we consult from the both sides, and we have made a mutual agreement where they will get married after they get settled, not even after 18, but after get settled. But instead of this last minute stoppages and all, it's better if we coordinate with the educational department like MEO or a school headmaster. if a girl is absent continuously for the 2 to 3 days, the information should go to the local Anganwadi worker. Then it would be much more easier for the CMPO to stop the marriage. And also, uh, it can lessen the burden of marriage expenses of the both sides.
Coming to your participation in sports, NCC and NSS, you mentioned that you stood as a runner-up in state throwball championship.
So,
That is a significant milestone. My question is, why did you choose not to pursue sports more seriously, professionally?
sir, honestly, I was not aware that it should be continued even after the intermediate and even after the degree. I thought it would be an under children, like under children play. If I would have been more informed, I would have definitely put it, sir. And the other thing which I have realized after leaving throwball is it doesn't have an international presence, sir. So that's the soothing aspect I have got. Okay, let it be. I have not aware of it before itself.
Okay. See, recently there is a protest by a few women athletes in Delhi that someone misbehaved with them. In this context, given your experience with sports, what do you think are the hurdles faced by women who try to enter into sports, professional sports?
The first thing is safety. The parents, even while sending their children, they are very horrified about the safety aspect of it. And sometimes we never really draw a line between the coaching aspect and molestation aspects. Sometimes during when we are very young, we really can't find draw a line whether he's coaching me or he's molesting me. That has to be sensitized to the people who are entering into the sports. And sure, there must be an issue that has to be sensitive to the women, and that has to be sensitive to the men also. How where they have a line to coach them, at till what line they have to coach them.
Okay. I find Zumba dancing in your interest. Can you tell me the origin of Zumba?
Sir, actually, it's a Cuban dance, sir. Cuban dance, but it has no specific origin as such, as it's not a historical dance or such. It's hailed its development from aerobics itself. It's an American dancer who has forgot his aerobics music, have just wanted to do not let their class to be uh, to be absent on that day. So he just went through that sequential dancing, which led to this Zumba dance. And later it came to its own versions of Rumba, Zumba toning, Aqua Zumba, and also it has no historical undermining as such. Zumba is a free flow dance of even Bhangra, hip hop. It's a mixture of all the dances. There is no specific rules attached to it. That's why it's more flexible for the people to who wanted to just lose weight instead of toning.
Okay. Coming to your social service activities, you mentioned that you set up camps for pilgrims, and you cook food, first aid, give first aid, drinking water facilities, etc. What are the hurdles you faced in actually running this whole thing?
Sir, it's an act. It's not in a single act of myself. It's in a collective act of all the elders in our community. Initially, it was the vision of my father, who was very much moved by the luggage aspect of the foot pilgrims. They have to carry their water, food for the whole day from Karnataka. They came from Karnataka for the foot pilgrimage to the Sri Sailam. They have to cross our area. So initially it was started by my father, and later we have mobilized the resources from all supporters. The moment we have given the idea of aiding them out, they all have come up. But we personally requested our counselor and MLA for more funds and regarding first aid camps. And it's not a single effort, sir. And after continuing it for 2 years, we have come to the coordination with the people in the next level of villages or before villages that they have started from here. They would be ready for the lunch. So we used to make the lunch preparations. If they already had the lunch package, then we would have made, we would prepare for dinner preparations. We even coordinated with the route-long charity things and all. That became more easier afterwards, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I think, Kalyan, if there is no other question, can I? Yeah. Okay. That would be it, Priyanka. Priyanka, you seem to have studied in Sri Chaitanya Degree College in 2012. I was teaching there at that time. Did you know me?
I joined in 2013, sir. The moment I saw you, I have recognized that I have seen you somewhere else, but I was very much underconfident to emphasize that.
No, obviously, in the interview, I mean, during the interview, you can't, but
No, sir,
you
the
joined
very
in
first we had
2013.
Sir,
Did you join in 2013? 12?
2012, 13, sir. 2012,
Ah,
13, I my
yeah,
first
12,
year.
I think your first year, I was, who is your classmates? I taught sociology at that time. No, you
I-
might not have been 12. No, I finished. 11, 12, I taught and I left.
But I have seen you, sir. But I
was-
really can't recall where I have
Okay,
reached.
maybe I came to the campus also. Okay. Anyway, good. I think, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you guys also have to tell. Can she be a little more assertive? Is it like she's pleasant? It's good, but is there a lack of
Yes, sir. అంటే
assertive?
కొంచెం స్పీడప్ చేయాలమ్మా, మరీ స్లోగా చెప్తున్నారు. కొంచెం
Ah,
అంటే అదర్ దే మైట్ లూజ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఆల్సో ద అదర్ దిస్ థింగ్ బెంచ్ లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు. సో అట్లా కొంచెం ఇది చేయండి, స్పీడప్ చేయండి.
ప్రియాంక, మీకు ఏ క్వశ్చన్ అడిగినా కానీ ఒక 15 to 20 seconds లో మీ ఆన్సర్ అయిపోవాలి. మీరు అట్లా సమరైజ్ చేసుకోండి. చేసిన తర్వాత లిస్ట్ ఇట్ ఇన్ అ వే దట్ అప్పుడు వాళ్ళు కావాలంటే ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉంటే పిక్ చేసుకుంటారు. యువర్ ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ యూ స్పోక్ సో మచ్, యూ వెంట్ అంటే ICDS గురించి అడిగాను. ఐ ఆస్క్డ్ వాట్ అండ్ లైక్ అట్ సమ్ పాయింట్ ఇట్ లూజెస్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్, సో జస్ట్ కీప్ ఇట్ వెరీ షార్ట్, నైస్, పక్కగా ఇస్తే సరిపోతుంది. దెన్ about the rain and all, I think geography knowledge is good. It's convincing. Gold medal ante, you have displayed that kind of idea. Only thing I was expecting its effect on economy. I was expecting ki rice panta poyinatte isari chala effect avutadi. This is right in the middle of the season, so I was first expecting that answer because that's in the news also everywhere. Ki mana rice
happening. Rice is also export ban also is there from the India.
Yes. That means the farmers are going to get hit very badly this time. So things of that kind. But otherwise, largely I felt it was pleasant interaction. You have the demeanor of a officer. It's nice. Like, overall impression is a good impression. కొద్దిగా చెప్పే ఆన్సరే షార్ప్ గా ఇవ్వగలిగితే, ఇంకొద్దిగా షార్ప్ అవ్వగలిగితే it will be better. That's all from my end.
Same thing, sir.
That's it.
Almost.
Yeah.
The same thing.
Sir, one doubt I have, sir. సార్, మీరు అంటే చెప్పేది క్రిస్ప్ గా షార్ప్ గా చెప్పన్నారు, బట్ ఐ వాస్ రిలవెంట్ టు ద క్వశ్చన్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఆస్క్డ్, సార్.
Yes, you were relevant to the question. It's just that ఇప్పుడు say ICDS లో మీరు ఏం వర్క్ చేస్తారు అన్నప్పుడు,
సార్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ వైజ్ అంటే ఆన్సర్స్ ఫ్రేమింగ్ కానీ ఐ వాజ్ ఎనీ మిస్టేక్ ఉంటే కెన్ యూ ప్లీజ్ సార్?
ఏం లేదమ్మా, అంటే సార్ చెప్పినట్టు బ్రీఫ్ గా ఇంకా వాట్ SDGs ఆర్ డైరెక్ట్లీ ఆర్ ఇండైరెక్ట్లీ రిలేటెడ్ అని అడిగారు అనుకోండి. సార్ డైరెక్ట్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ రిలేటెడ్ టు హంగర్, సార్, విచ్ ఈస్ SDG 2. which in turn affects the poverty and hunger, health, education. All these are directly or indirectly related, sir. అట్లా మీరు
Yes, sir.
చెప్పుకుంటూ అట్లా క్లాస్ లో టీచ్ చేసినట్టు కాకుండా జస్ట్ ఇది కాన్ఫిడెంట్ గా బ్రీఫ్ గా అట్లా చెప్పగలిగితే ఇంకా ఎక్కువ క్వశ్చన్స్ వాళ్ళు అడుగుతారు, మీరు ఇంకా కొంచెం ఎక్కువగా చెప్పగలుగుతారు, ఇంకా మార్క్స్ ఎక్కువ వస్తాయి అన్నమాట. అది లేకపోతే అక్కడతో వాళ్ళు అలా రెస్ట్రిక్ట్ అయిపోతూ ఉంటారు. దే కెన్ గో మచ్ డీప్. మీరు చెప్పారు కదా SDG 4, వాట్ ఈస్ ద పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ 4th ర్యాంకింగ్ అనమాట. దే మేబీ అడగొచ్చు హూ ఈస్ గివింగ్ ద ర్యాంక్, సార్ నీతి ఆయోగ్. దీస్ ఆర్ ద మెనీ పారామీటర్స్. సో విచ్ ఆర్ ద ఇండెసెస్ వేర్ వీఆర్ ల్యాకింగ్, దీస్ ఆర్ ద ఇండెసెస్ వేర్ వీఆర్ ల్యాకింగ్ సార్ అని అట్లా మీరు కరెక్ట్ గా చెప్పగలిగితే ఇంకా ఓకే గుడ్ అనే ఒక ఇంప్రెషన్, ఇంకా మంచి మార్క్స్ వస్తాయి. అది దట్స్ వాట్.
Though I am relevant, I should be crisp.
You should be crisp. You should be crisp, which should lead them to ask some more questions. వాళ్ళకి తెలిసిపోతుంది మీరు అట్లా చెప్పగలిగితే మిమ్మల్ని ఒక అసెస్మెంట్ చేసేస్తారు, ఒక దిస్ ఈస్ ద స్టాండర్డ్ అని చెప్పి. ఇంకొంచెం ఎక్కువ అడిగితే ఇంకొంచెం మంచిగా మీరు చెప్పగలిగారంటే మంచి స్కోర్స్ వస్తాయమ్మా. ఇంకా అది బికాస్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ పోస్ట్స్ లిమిటెడ్ ఉంది కాబట్టి ద స్కోర్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అయితే మంచి ర్యాంక్ వస్తుంది. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్. అంతే.
And Priyanka, you have a very good mix of both technical content and nice field experience. And ఈ చైల్డ్ మ్యారేజ్ ఆపడం కానీ ఇవన్నీ చాలా మంచి స్టోరీస్. యాక్చువల్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ నైస్ టు ఇంటరాక్ట్ దట్. కానీ 2 issues. ఒకటి ఇంకొద్దిగా అసర్టివ్, అంటే ఇఫ్ ఐ హ్యావ్ టు సే యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ అట్ ద హైయెస్ట్, Group 1 ఇస్ ద టాప్ లెవెల్ కదా. సో కాస్త హుందాతనం అంటారా, లైక్ ఇంకొద్దిగా సీరియస్నెస్ ఉంటే ఆన్సర్ కూడా షార్ప్ షార్ట్ అవుద్దేమో. నన్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ ఆన్సర్ ఇస్ ఇర్రెలవెంట్. ప్రతిదీ కంటెంట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ గా ఉంది, కొద్దిగా షార్ట్ అండ్ క్రిస్ప్ చేయాలి అంతే. లైట్ గా ఒక 10-20% తగ్గించగలిగితే.
Sir, this is my first interview, sir. I mean, I have given the APPSC interview for this ICDS supervisor and all, but this is my first interview for the dream I have been dreaming of. So I was a bit nervous also. Because of that also, it might have portrayed as a less assertive. This is my first mock. This is my first interview before all you people, sir. That's why I might be.
Good అమ్మా, చాలా బాగా పర్ఫామ్ చేశారు. సిన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ యువర్ ఫస్ట్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ, చాలా స్లోగా, చక్కగా, కామ్ గా, కంపోజ్డ్ గా చెప్పారనమాట. చాలా దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ దే లైక్. ద ఆఫీసర్ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ దట్ కంపోజర్ వెన్ యూ ఆర్ లీడింగ్ ఎ టీమ్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్. నో, దట్ ఈస్ అ వెరీ ఇంప్రెసివ్ ఆస్పెక్ట్. వెరీ గుడ్.
Thank you, sir.
మీకు ఇంకొంచెం బెటర్ స్కోర్ రావడానికి చెప్పాము అంతే. బట్ యువర్ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఇస్
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll definitely that crisp aspect by writing down in the paper so that I can cut short where it is unnecessary and I can make a good sentence
Yes.
for the crisp ones. I'll definitely work on it. Definitely.
ఎస్పెషల్లీ ఓపెన్ ఎండెడ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అడిగినప్పుడు, లాస్ట్ ఫ్యూ క్వశ్చన్స్ విచ్ ఆస్క్డ్ దేర్ ఆర్ ఓపెన్ ఎండెడ్. మీకు చెప్పమని వదిలేసాను. సో అక్కడ వే టు డ్రా ద లైన్ అన్నది కొంచెం మీ డిస్క్రిప్షన్ ఇంపార్టెంట్.
So otherwise it was very pleasant interacting with you, Priyanka. I think you seem like a both appearance, personality anni kuda baga kudurutunnai. So probably we will see you in the list, and all the very best.
A bit optimistic, but the day one interview is really horrifying me, sir. That's the only aspect I'm becoming very.
Yeah. You can always feel free to.
I have.
Sorry.
I have my interview on the very first slot and very first name.
Yes.
So I was a bit concerned about it due to the less time.
ఏం పర్వాలేదు, యూ విల్ హ్యావ్ అన్ అడ్వాంటేజ్ డెఫినెట్లీ. ఇది మంచి దీనిగానే ఉంటుంది. నో ప్రాబ్లం. డోంట్ వరీ.
This is my just silly question might be, but I just want to hear from you all. First day Nandu, they will be very fresh in their thoughts. They will roast me like anything, or it's just a normal day for them?
It's just a normal day. And ఇప్పటికొచ్చి నేను ఎప్పుడు కూడా Group 1 లాస్ట్ టైం కూడా మేము కండక్ట్ చేసాం అండ్ ఆల్. వీ హ్యాడ్ క్యాండిడేట్స్ హూ వర్ ఇన్ ద ఫస్ట్ డే అండ్ దే స్కోర్డ్ వెల్. ఏం పరకలేదు, అంటే వాళ్ళ ఇంటర్వ్యూకి టువర్డ్స్ ద లాస్ట్ వీక్ చేసిన వాళ్ళ ఇంటర్వ్యూకి ఏం తేడా లేదు. ఇక్కడ వీ హ్యాడ్ ర్యాంకర్స్, అక్కడ వీ హ్యాడ్ ర్యాంకర్స్. సో షుడెంట్ బి ఎ ప్రాబ్లం.
ఏం ప్రెషర్ పెట్టుకోవద్దండి. దట్ ఈస్ మై సజెషన్. డోంట్ క్యారీ ఎనీ ప్రెషర్ ఇన్ యువర్ మైండ్. కొంచెం కనిపిస్తుంది అది,
Yeah.
ఇక్కడ మీరు మీ ఇంట్లో కూర్చొని ఆన్సర్ చేస్తున్నారు ఆన్లైన్ లోనే, మీకు మొహంలో అది కనిపిస్తుంది అంటే, అండ్ ద ఫస్ట్ డే మీకు వెన్ 5 to 6 మెంబర్స్ ఆర్ సిట్టింగ్, మీకు కొంచెం క్రంబుల్ అయిపోద్దండి. జస్ట్ టేక్ ఇట్ వెరీ ఈజీ. అంటే దట్ ఈస్ ద, ఐ మీన్, అది మీ మైండ్ లో ఉంటే మీరు
From
చాలా లైట్
morning,
గా వెళ్ళగలుగుతారు. వస్తే వచ్చింది, లేకపోతే పోయింది, నథింగ్ డూయింగ్. ఏంటిది, దిస్ ఈస్ జస్ట్ అనదర్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ మై లైఫ్. ఐ జస్ట్ వాంటెడ్ టు, ఆల్రెడీ ఐ హ్యావ్ ఎ జాబ్, ఐ హ్యావ్ ఎ గుడ్ ఫ్యామిలీ, ఐ హ్యావ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. దిస్ ఈస్ జస్ట్ వన్ క్యాజువల్ ఇంటరాక్షన్ ఫర్ 20-25 minutes అనేది మైండ్ లో పెట్టుకొని వెళ్తే యూ కెన్ ఈజీలీ ఫేస్ ఇట్ అండి. మీరు ఎక్కువ బర్డెన్ క్యారీ చేసి వెళ్తే మటుకు మాత్రం ఇదైపోతారు, మీరు క్రంబుల్ అయిపోతారు. అది అస్సలు ఇది చేయొద్దండి. చాలా క్యాజువల్ గా వెళ్ళండి. అక్కడికి వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత చక్కగా ఫుల్ అటెన్షన్ పే చేసి చక్కగా ఆన్సర్స్ చెప్పండి, అంతే. జస్ట్ బీ అటెంటివ్ డ్యూరింగ్ ద 20-25 minutes, అంతే.
sir, one last question, sir. Sir, tell about, I mean, the first question which I have posed is, tell more about, introduce about yourself. Is the answer which I have delivered is fine, or I have to improve it more, sir?
See, actually, that answer you just gave, I'm so and so, and you said what work you are doing, and then you jumped to I am confident, perseverant. దాంట్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోయావు. Those adjectives are kind of redundant. అండ్ అవి చెప్పేటప్పుడు కూడా నువ్వు ఏదో క్యాజువల్ గా కాన్ఫిడెంట్ గా కూడా చెప్పలేదు, చాలా ఆలోచిస్తూ అన్ష్యూర్ గా చెప్పావు. సో ఐ ఫీల్ కరెక్ట్, యాక్చువల్లీ బాగా రిమైండ్ చేసావు. ఆ క్వశ్చన్ ఇంకా కొద్దిగా బెటర్ గా ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వచ్చు నువ్వు, గివెన్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ సచ్ గుడ్ ప్రొఫైల్. Like, given that you have a good profile, you can speak a little more. First, you didn't mention anything about your academic qualification. That BA Geography Gold Medal University is a good thing. You should always say that. I've done a BA and I've also.
Sir, what doubt I had is that all the information is already available in the DAF, so I have to tell something which is not there in the DAF. So I instantly jumped into telling my qualities of I am disciplined, I'm perseverant, I'm
Actually, that is not the case. The reason why we ask you to talk is because మనకి ఐస్ బ్రేక్ అవ్వడానికి, క్యాండిడేట్ కి ఇంటర్వ్యూయర్ కి ఐస్ బ్రేక్ అవ్వడానికి, అండ్ మీరు ఇచ్చిన ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ విల్ దెన్ బికమ్, డాఫ్ లో 100 ఉంటాయి, ఓకే, బట్ వాట్ యూ టెల్ అబౌట్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్, ఒక పర్సన్ గా నేను మిమ్మల్ని చూసేటప్పుడు అసెస్ చేసేదే మ్యాటర్ అవుద్ది. సో ఆ బేస్ తీసుకొని అక్కడ నుంచి క్వశ్చన్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతాయి. సో అందులోని మీరు డాఫ్ లో ఉన్నది రిపీట్ చేయొచ్చు. వాట్ ఇస్ దేర్ ఇన్ ద డాఫ్.
Okay, sir. I'll definitely improve that style of delivering that one, sir. I will brush up on, I will stress on the aspects of my achievements and my curriculum. Then I'll go to this qualities and all.
Yeah, that's about it. So all the very best again, Priyanka.
All the best, and all the best.
So, thank you.
All the best.